Hello, guys. So I titled this Removing Dead Weight. And the dead weight I'm talking about, as far as the black people go, I'm talking about that 75 to 80% of black women that continue to make it hard for other decent black women. All right. So we're hearing a lot of stories. So it's been going on for a long time, but you have some black women, few black women that are finally starting to talk about it more. I mean, but it's because of it's an awakening going on. The divine feminine is coming online, and so we are seeing black women become more outraged. Waking up to their feminine energy. But what I meant about the removing dead weight is, if it's going to be a large group of people that's only going to hold you down, then they just don't need to be around. Okay, so like as much as people like to see somebody who looks like them, and you want to keep seeing your image or your cut, somebody with your skin tone, somebody with your kind of hair. People like to see people look like them of all groups. I've seen it exist in all groups. Asians, you know, Europeans, everybody likes to see people who look like them. But in the case of black women, those of us who are wanting to progress, and we're progressing regardless, but we still have a problem on our hands because it's problematic to live in the United States, and then you constantly see black women under attack. We already know and people keep saying that the men are not going to do nothing. I'm talking about specifically the complaints of the black male not doing nothing. But he's your biggest killer. I don't. He's your biggest terrorist. He's not going to protect you because they're the ones that's killing you the most. And so that doesn't make any sense. They complain that your killers won't protect you at the same time. But now we're seeing a lot of attacks from non-black people, specifically non-black men, because the green light has been given to them to attack black women at will because black women are unprotected. And getting on the point of getting rid of the dead weight. See, I've already come to the conclusion that the men ain't gonna go nowhere until these women go somewhere. These women that keep making excuses, they keep finding a reason why the victim that's been brutalized, she can be 6 years old, and these women can find something that 6-year-old did wrong. Just like I talked about a 9-month-old being raped, and it's because I saw it on Sunshine in the City. She did a live stream, even though I believe that video was flagged. But she did a live stream on these little girls being attacked and raped, and she talked about a 9-month-old getting raped. And these dead women will find a reason to blame that 9-month-old. She will find a reason to blame everybody else but the predator. I mean, they will. And so at this point, I just think these group of women just make it harder for those living in the United States, those decent black women who live in the United States or might not live in the United States, okay? Because even when I leave this nation and go somewhere else for a while, I still don't like to see little black girls get attacked. I don't like to see black women get attacked either. But at the same time, there's too many black women that's okay with their abuse, and so you have to wonder, the ones who are getting attacked, are they the ones that give all their energy to these predators? I'm past the point of making excuses for them and talking about Black Panthers and civil rights movement. I'm past the point of talking about slavery because we're moving into a different cycle, and we're moving into the energies are shifting more to an awakening stage. And those women who can't wake up, you never know you never can determine the time that each person wakes up. But I can tell with the way these energies are shifting, and those women who just can't seem to wake up just might not wake up. And it's not up to anybody. It's not anybody else's responsibility to wait on them. It's nobody's responsibility to wait on them because you don't know their life path. You don't know. You don't know what's going to happen to them because you still have to know your own. All I know is that they are causing more of a problem. Okay, so black women are being attacked left and right, and black girls, because black girls is getting attacked badly by grown men, black and non-black. Okay, they're getting raped. Okay, um, and we already know that the men ain't gonna do nothing because they the ones killing you. You cannot ask your killers to protect you at the same time. Black men are killing black women. And so to get mad that they don't protect is a little weird when they're the ones killing you. Okay. So let's get that out the way. But we already see that these little girls are going to be unprotected. Black women are going to be unprotected. And then you get a large percentage of black women, that's up to 75, 80% of them, that continue to make excuses for guys who rape little girls, or just fake outrage, who have big channels, or have big platforms, who would rather talk about something different than address what's happening to girls, and make excuses and constantly make excuses and blame the victims. And at this point, I feel like I think that 15% to 20% of black women who want to see, who really, really care, and want to see black women and girls progress, it's better just to have those people alone. The 75, and this is just my opinion because it's nothing I'm going to do to make them disappear, but I think the nature is making sure they disappear anyway. So via their own men, okay? But yes, I just don't think that they need to be around, because they're dead weight. So what good is it to have a population just for numbers, and have a group of women that look like you specifically for numbers, but at the same time, they're actually hurting you. And not only are they dead weight, okay, and they make excuses for their predators, but then those black women, those few black women who decide to expand their options, elevate, do whatever they want to do, those few black women who decide to move on outside of the mindset of the black collective, they get attacked. So not only do these black women make excuses for predators and don't do anything to hardly protect the girls, they turn around and want to pull those black women back into the cesspool. So that's what I'm just saying. They're a waste. They are a waste. And then they ought to let them for them to even stay around is dangerous. Because not only are you just useless, but then you're dangerous to those who try to move on. You try to brutally attack those other black women who want to move ahead. So you're not only are you dead weight, but you're dangerous to those who want to move ahead. You're dangerous to those girls who want to move ahead. You're just dangerous. And so it's no good reason for these ladies to be around. And the guys, these rabid guys, these rabid males, they're not going to go anywhere until these women go anywhere, because I've said before, a lot of these guys and what they are a creation of a lack of standards from the women, a lack of standards, giving birth to a bunch of children with no plan, and knowing goodness well that the father's not going to be around because they have about 5 or 6 baby daddies, and they have all these children and keep giving birth to all these children with no plan, don't know what to do with their sons, don't have no positive real male role model for their sons. And so people get mad that these guys act like rabid dogs, and they're lower than animals. The way these guys act are worse than animals. You can observe animals and observe these males, and you will see the animals are not as bad as these males. Okay, they're lower than animals. Comparing them to animals is an insult to the animals. Okay, but so you can't get rid of those guys, because those ladies keep producing the males like that. Those ladies keep producing them. Those ladies keep giving them energy. So you see who the main problem is. And somebody made an interesting comment that I might want to make a separate video about. That it was so interesting about how some of these ladies, and I've actually made a video about how black men are being used to mask how some of these other treacherous black women really feel about black women. See, black women were their first enemies. Before the males, black women turn on each other first. So the problem started with black women. Okay. And so she said in a comment that, I think these black men are used as a weapon by these other black women. They are. These women don't, I said this a couple of times, these women don't want these guys to go anywhere because these guys are being used to hide the way they really feel. So people, I still see other ladies online now saying, oh, we're tired of black women getting attacked. We're tired of black women getting attacked. And you just don't even understand that black women, you have a lot of black women that don't want these black men to stop, that they don't want them to go anywhere, because the truth is the problem started with black women a long time ago, and the problem is still here because the energy is the same regardless of what year it is. The energy has not changed. And so black men are just being used to cover up how treacherous these other black women really are. Okay? Black men are being used, and these ladies will not let these black men go anywhere. They will not let it happen. If you try to get rid of these black men, these black women are going to get rid of you. Okay? Because they don't even want you dating outside your race. So you can't get rid of these guys. That's why I said they have to go. They have to go, and these guys will eventually go because ain't nobody else going to give them no energy, and they going to die off. Okay? So anyway, that'll be it. I was just thinking about that, and I will talk to you soon.